What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss everything going on here in our country that you need to know about on a daily basis, including money, investing, the stock market, the fourth stimulus package update, and a stimulus check update. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, make sure to click the subscribe button down below. It's completely free to do so. In this video, we're going to talk about the $1,000 stimulus checks for every American that has been put forward by Republicans here instead of Ukraine aid. We'll talk about that here and several different stimulus checks for states here and millions of Americans here as well. And we have some major news that there is a coup to remove a cancer-stricken Vladimir Putin going on underway in Russia. Right now, Ukrainian intelligence chief is saying. And could this be a potential end to the war? Yeah, so apparently this is potentially going on here. Here is what is going on. A coup is underway to oust Russian President Vladimir Putin, who is, quote, very sick due to cancer, according to Ukraine's head of military intelligence. Quote, it will eventually lead to the change of leadership of the Russian Federation. This process has already been launched and they are moving in that way, says Ukrainian Major General Kylo Budaranov. Budanov told UK's Sky News in an exclusive interview. An interviewer asked if the coup is underway, to which they replied, yes, they are moving in this way and it is impossible to stop it. Putin has cancer and other ailments, he said, dismissing the suggestion that it was spreading propaganda. The Sunday Times recently reported that Putin has blood cancer, citing an unarmed Russian oligarch with ties close to the Kremlin, and a video recently surfacing showing Putin shaking while welcoming Belarusian leader Alexander Lukashenko in mid-February, fueling speculation that the despot has he has Parkinson's disease. Now, we'll hopefully see if this is real or not in the next days coming now. The question is whether, if this is real, whether Russia can hide this, and if so, for how long. We will have to see here. And the question is, if this is real, would Russia continue the status quo, or would they change directions? Would they give up the war, or would they just continue on? That is a big question. Now, we also have Finland and Sweden are both on the verge of joining NATO. Finland shares a border with Russia. It's over 1,000 miles that they share right on the border of Russia. Now, Russia has warned, Russia said Finland joining NATO is definitely a threat and warned it would retaliate as the country moves ever closer to membership. And you can see headlines here directly from the New York Post. Russia threatens nukes for the US, UK, Finland if NATO expands. And we have seen this here where it says Vladimir Putin warned the president of Finland Saturday that any effort to join NATO would, quote, negatively affect relationships between the two countries. And the comments followed another Russian leader's threat to use the Satan II hypersonic nuclear missile to strike Britain and Finland, quote, in just 200 seconds, and that the weapons could be used to hit the United States as well. Now note that these are nuclear missiles, and they're literally threatening nuclear missiles against the United States and other countries on a daily or weekly basis. So this is why when you hear about, you know, supporting the Ukraine war and stopping Putin and all this stuff, this is how serious this is. And the threat of World War III and nuclear war, all this stuff is really serious, guys. Really, really serious. And we're all walking a fine line here because on any given day, this could become very, very real for the United States here. I know right now it's Ukraine and Russia, but at any given point, who knows what could happen? And you'd let me know your thoughts in the comments. But not too long ago, there was a lot of people saying that Russia won't invade Ukraine. It's just fear mongering, and oh, that's never going to happen. And look where we are now, and literally Russia's threatening the United States and all these other countries with nuclear war. And well, we really don't want that to happen. Meanwhile, the Finland's president has a message for Russia as it inches closer to joining NATO. Finland says, "You caused this," directly to Vladimir Putin. So I don't blame them, because once they're part of NATO, they're basically under the protection of all the countries of NATO. And if you're not in NATO, you're basically like Ukraine, where you're kind of on your own. Yeah, other countries will support you with aid, munitions, and money, but you kind of have to defend yourself beyond that. Okay, meanwhile, switching gears here on a stimulus for us in the US here. Governor Gavin Newsom in California. I got several different things to talk about here, several different states and federal stimulus checks here on the federal level, the whole country here. Governor Gavin Newsom in California proposes a $18.1 billion inflation relief package. Inflation relief package, which includes direct payments to help address the cost of rising inflation and pass through water and utility bills, free public transit, money for healthcare workers, and a whole bunch of things. Here, check this out. You can see right here from the office of Governor Gavin Newsom. This is about the best I can zoom this webpage in, but it says $11.5 billion for tax refunds to help address inflation. As the entire country faces increased costs to inflation, Governor Newsom proposes getting $400 checks to every eligible registered vehicle owner, capped at 2 checks per individual, which would be $800 checks. Note it says per individual there, per individual. So I guess you could potentially get two checks per individual if a person owned 2 cars, which is interesting. Now the governor said that sending these out as opposed to checks to taxpayers, these are checks to car owners, would go out faster. Okay, so $400 checks to every vehicle owner. Also, $2.7 billion for emergency rental assistance. Governor Newsom is proposing significant state funds for qualified low-income tenants who requested rental assistance before March 31st, helping Californians get the support they need. $2.7 billion in emergency rent assistance. $1.4 billion to help Californians pay past due utility bills. As Californians continue to face difficulties paying for utility bills, this investment expands upon last year's utility relief program to continue this vital support. $1.2 billion for electricity bills and $200 million for water bills. Honestly, this is really cool. This is really cool. $933 million for hospital and nursing home staff providing up to $1,500 to hospital and skilled nursing facility workers who has been delivering care to most acute patients during the pandemic and saved thousands of lives. So this is basically hazard pay, $933 million. dollars. Again, really cool, really cool. $750 million dollars for free public transit. So this is for people without cars. Governor Newsom is proposing incentive grants to provide 3 months of free public transportation for communities throughout the state. $304 million dollars to make health coverage more affordable for middle class families. We talked about that in a recent video, how expensive health coverage is. This extends health insurance premium assistance under Covered California for families of four earning up to 166,500 annually, upwards of 700,000 Californians. $439 million dollars to pause the diesel sales tax, bringing relief to commercial sectors and drivers, is proposing a 12-month pause in the sales tax rate for diesel fuel that will provide upwards of $439 million dollars in relief of diesel sales tax. That would probably also help bring down food prices and prices on goods in California as well, because you know everything has to be delivered via a semi truck, aka diesel. $157 million dollars to waive child care fees for low income families, making state subsidized preschool and child care more affordable, benefiting 40,000 low income California families with savings of up to $595 per month. Per month. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Additionally, California's minimum wage is projected to increase to $15.50 per hour for all workers on January 1st, 2023. Really cool there as well. This inflation relief package builds off their nation leading stimulus package last year, which helped accelerate California's economic recovery, which sent out Golden State stimulus checks for 2 out of every 3 Californians last year. Yeah, really, really cool. Also, some stimulus checks here for a couple other states I don't think we've covered here recently. I think I've covered the Georgia one a couple times. I'll cover this one again. If you're a resident of Georgia and you file both 2020 and 2021 state tax returns, you're entitled to a one-time refund or check of $250. If you're head of household, that's $375. And joint filers will receive $500 checks because, well, you're two people, so two $250 checks for the state of Georgia. New Jersey. New Jersey. I don't think I've seen this one here recently or covered this. New Jersey lawmakers are working on a property tax rebate. Maybe I've covered this, but I want to cover this again. That would send homeowners with incomes up to $250,000 an average of $700 checks. So, yeah, $700 tax rebate check, whatever you want to call this. You could get up to $700 check if you're a homeowner. And if you're a renter earning up to $100,000, you could get a check up to $250. So whether you call this a stimulus check, tax rebate check, whatever it is, it's a check, right? If they pass this, if they don't pass this, you get nothing, right? So, yeah. So that's for the state of New Jersey. So other proposals have been suggested, including sending out checks of $100 whenever gas goes above $4 a gallon. Like I said, stimulus check, gas check, property tax rebate check, whatever it is, it's really all the same type of thing. It's they either pass it and they give you a check, or they don't and you don't get a check. Realistically, the stimulus check, it's all type of the same thing. So that's for New Jersey. I don't think I covered that in my big stimulus check video recently. So that's why I wanted to cover that here. Like I said, there's a lot going on here for a lot of different states, and as I see them, I try to cover them here. Virginia. Virginia leaders are still discussing numerous stimulus options for 2022. One proposal from the governor is to send direct checks of $300 to singles and $600 to married couples, aka $300 per person. Other proposal bills still under discussion include suspension of the state's gasoline tax for 1 year. That's a long time. Other states are only doing a month or two, and a reduction of elimination of the state's grocery tax. So Virginia, possibly $300 checks per person, and possibly eliminating the state's gas and grocery tax for a year as well for the state of Virginia. New York, I've covered New York a couple times. They have a bunch of different things on the line, like considering a suspension of the state taxes on gas. They have a couple stimulus checks that they're considering as well, from $250 to $1,000. And they've also a wide variety of proposals, from tax relief for businesses and property tax rebates from $425 to $970 for property tax rebates here as well. Hawaii just, I believe they've passed at $300 for taxpayers earning less than $100,000, and $100 for those earning over $100,000. Kansas, stimulus in the form of eliminating state grocery tax, still under debate in Kansas, and also suspending gas tax. Kentucky is also the $500 per person or $1,000, and Pennsylvania is still considering those $2,000 stimulus checks. Yeah, so I'll keep you up to date here. I'll link you to this video over here with the rest of our stimulus check updates and the federal stimulus checks here. We also have a major proposal here for $1,000 stimulus checks here, which I'll link you to here over here. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.